hydrogenated oils, canola oil and vegetable oils, margarine, and definitely those substitute fake butter products. Surprised again? Did you think that processed fake margarine you were putting on your toast each morning was actually the right thing to do? I don't blame you. How could you not? With all those commercials out there telling you that it is actually the healthy alternative to butter? But have you read the ingredients list on there? That's not real food, and your body does nothing good with this stuff but store it as bad fat. Let you in on all the delicious fat you can have. Real butter, whole eggs, coconut oil, olive oil, avocados, raw nuts. You think I'm crazy now, don't you? This is usually the place where many people ask me, Isabel, aren't we all supposed to avoid saturated fat for our health? Am I going to keel over from a heart attack by eating butter and coconut oil? Definitely not. Another huge misconception and something most health professionals have all wrong. Statistics prove it. Remember, sugar is your enemy. All these natural unprocessed fats that are not full of chemicals are not only your friend, but what you absolutely need to burn that fat off your body. Now, if we're going to consider sugar enemy number one, then processed foods would be enemy number two. But then again, most processed foods contain an incredible amount of sugar. Do you know what else they contain? Tons of chemicals that are making it almost impossible for your body to burn off fat. Let me explain this by giving you a brief anatomy lesson, and I promise it won't be hard. It all comes down to how effectively your liver is working. Now, your liver has many functions, but the two we want to focus on here are the breakdown of fats and the filtering of harmful substances from the blood. If it's your liver's job to break down fat, you want it working at full force, right? But when your poor little liver is too busy trying its hardest to filter out all the harmful substances that are coming in from all of those processed foods, it has no time or energy for fat breakdown. Just like if you had two big jobs each day and you spent your whole day working on just one, do you think the other would get done? Probably not. The easiest solution to making sure that your liver has all the time it needs to break down fat is to stop feeding it harmful substances to work on. So what are some of those harmful substances? Things like artificial sweeteners, high fructose corn syrup, hydrogenated oils, and even processed soy products. It's the foods that contain these chemicals that are overwhelming your liver, and you have to stop eating them. Even if you think you may not be eating many of these chemicals, they are unfortunately in many foods we think are good for us. Do you know that I found high fructose corn syrup in foods like so-called healthy yogurt, whole wheat bread, and cereals advertised as good for you? It's right there on the ingredients list. So do yourself and your liver a favor. Give it a chance to get into fat-burning mode by greatly reducing, or dare I say eliminating, processed foods from your eating plan. This means saying goodbye to the packaged snacks, the microwavable meals, diet health bars, and definitely the soy products, and say hello to foods you know do not require heavy processing. Foods that contain only one ingredient like steak, chicken, fish, eggs, fruits and veggies, olive oil, coconut oil, butter, rice, and sweet potatoes. There are literally hundreds and hundreds of delicious meals that can be created with any combination of all of these foods. I know because I've done it, and I've been able to stay super lean over the past 10 years. Now let's get into a topic that's not exactly food, but I know it's probably on your mind: calories. First and foremost, I'm going to be honest and tell you that I absolutely hate the word calories. It just drives everyone crazy, and I never again want to hear, Isabel, how many calories should I be eating to lose weight? It's not the number of calories that matters, it's the quality of food you're eating and the metabolic enhancing effect on your body that matters. So most people are actually focused on the wrong thing. If you just eliminate the bad stuff, the garbage foods, processed foods, and focus on eating the good stuff, the foods I mentioned earlier, you could drop the calculator and stop all this counting madness. But that answer is just not good enough for most people. I do admit, you have to be somewhat reasonable about the amount you eat. But exactly what is reasonable for you and what is reasonable for me? Surprisingly enough, it's a lot more calories than you think. Once I figured out that the portions of food I needed to eat to lose weight were actually significantly bigger than the portions I was eating before, it was like the best thing that ever happened. I didn't have to be hungry anymore, and I was still losing weight. How great is that? Here I was previously starving myself with all the wrong foods, only to find out if I ate all the right foods, I could eat a lot. And I love to eat. And actually starving myself was doing me more harm than good because my body was holding on to all of my bad fat in an effort to protect me. You might have heard this before, but calorie restriction may lead your body into starvation mode. And that's when your body thinks you're dying of starvation and protects you by holding on to every last bit of fat and every last calorie you have in your body. I'm pretty sure most people in this day and age are not running the risk of starvation. What do you think? You probably want me to tell you approximately where to start, just so you don't go on an eating free-for-all, but hang tight because I'm going to get there and I'm going to tell you that in a minute. Here's the thing. It's not just about knowing what foods are good and what foods are not. It's about your body and knowing the combinations of food that make your particular body burn off fat. That's where most diets seriously flunk. They're not specific for you. That's where metabolic typing comes in. Finding your metabolic type will tell you what foods are the best foods for you to create an ideal fat-burning environment in your body. And don't worry, it's easy, because I'm going to give you a simple questionnaire that will tell you all of that. You also need to find the right portions for your body. Again, a simple task with the charts I'm going to give you. And I'm not talking little bird-sized portions here. Remember, I said I wanted you to eat a lot. Everyone thinks I was born with a great metabolism, but you've seen the pictures. You know that's not the case. What I did now was create a good metabolism for myself just by eating all the right foods. You also can't eat foods that you hate all day long. You have to be eating foods you really enjoy in order to stick to any kind of plan. You also can't spend half your life doing calculations or counting calories, because like I said before, it's irrelevant anyway. Okay, now I hope at this point you're not feeling overwhelmed or confused. I know all this information all at once may seem like a lot, and you may not be sure what to do with all of it, or better yet, what to do to put it together in a way that's going to work specifically for you. Not only work for you, but work in an easy and practical way. I see this happen to people all the time. They get their hands on some of the best information out there, but then are lost when it comes to applying it to themselves. And what good can all this information be if you can't apply it? So I've come up with a solution to this dilemma. I've put together a program where I can tell you exactly what to do, exactly what to eat, exactly when to eat, exactly which foods, and exactly how to make it ideal and specific to you. Would that help you make the best use of all this information? Would it make this whole process so much easier? I named it the Diet Solution Program because guess what? It's not a diet. It's actually the solution to your diet, and it will without a doubt handhold you through losing that first 10% in the next 30 days and then much, much more. Remember this chart? I threw up some examples for you. The foods on the left you want to avoid, just like we talked about. The foods on the right are a must for helping you to successfully burn off fat. Now these are just a few examples to give you an idea. There are still many more foods on both sides that you'll want to learn about. We just couldn't fit them all on the chart.
And look, this is what this program is not. It's not just another restrictive diet that's going to put your metabolism into starvation mode. It's not going to deprive you of the necessary fat you need to lose fat. It's not another carb restrictive diet. It definitely does not require you to buy expensive supplements, prepackaged foods, bars, or shakes. There's no boring or tasteless food, no calorie counting, and it will not take over your life. So, if it's not any of those things, then what exactly is it? Well, you can expect to be eating a lot of the right foods in generous amounts, literally putting your metabolism on fat-burning autopilot. It's going to show you exactly how much to eat without any of that calorie business. It will show you the best carbs to eat to keep your body continuously burning fat, and you are going to only use real, delicious, flavorful, and easily available foods to accomplish all of your fat-burning goals. And you know what the best part is? Your meal plans will be personalized for you.
So here's exactly what you'll get with the Diet Solution Program. The Diet Solution Program Manual. This is the complete, fully detailed manual that contains everything you need to know to follow, implement, and succeed on the Diet Solution Program. What to eat, when to eat it, detailed food lists, charts, tables, frequently asked questions, and exactly how to optimize the program so it is perfectly suited to you. The Metabolic Typing Test. This is that easy questionnaire I told you about that's going to tell you your own specific metabolic type. The Diet Solution Success Journal. One of the best ways to guarantee success on any diet and exercise program is to keep a journal. This journal makes the whole recording process easy. You're not going to have to write everything down for the rest of your life.